goal. That is a dream goal.
They found it. They finally found the goal they were looking for.
What a finish that is. Do not scratch your eyes. This is really happening.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Game and Frame broadcast coming to you live from the Sousa Sports Complex in Central Islip. My name is Francis Argueta with you for a big-time showdown between first and second place in the UPSL Northeast American Conference. Osner FC visits undefeated New York Renegades in what can be a pivotal match 7 games into the season. Renegades are coming off a commanding 4-1 win versus familiar foe NY Empire. Junior Rosero's brace, along with goals from Milton Campos and Sebastian Ruiz, powered Coach Linares' squad to a 6th straight win. They face a surging Osner squad that is hungry for more. They are unbeaten in their last 3 games since losing to Red Hook by a score of 4-3. Before defeating AFC Academy midweek, Osners beat Braveheart 1-0 thanks to a late Miguel Soto finish and a dominant defensive performance. They look to take down another Northern Conference giant today. Renegades looks to continue their flawless form, but Osners aims to put the first blemish in their record. We'll find out whose winning streak continues next on Game and Frame. And we are just about set to kick off here from Central Islip, Long Island, between New York Renegades and Osner FC in the UPSL Northeast American North Conference. Tail of the tape between first and second place. And now we just wait for that whistle from the main referee to get things going in New York. Oh. Gotcha. Okay, thank you. And there's that whistle we were waiting for. It is game on Game and Frame. Coming to you live from the Sousa Sports Complex between New York Renegades and Osner FC. Renegades in all black, Osner in white. As Renegades get us started here with possession. And what is going to surely be a match that is going to deliver high stakes performances early on in the season. And two teams that are in the best form on the table. A ball gets put inside the box, handled by Osner early on. And Cangaros Medina takes possession of the ball to restart possession for the away team in today's match. And just like that, Renegades win it right back and recompose themselves with Sebastian Ruiz playing back. Looking to start offense from the back. And there's a long ball looking for Christian Garcia. Intercepted by the defense. And Osner now trying to start some counterattack offense early on in the first half. A long ball looking for the forward, number 19. It lands to him. He gets past the defender. 1-on-1 with the keeper. And JC makes a comfortable save to put an end to that possession. And now the ball comes out of play. And in comes the ball as Osner plays it back with Mamadou Diaw. And we'll get the starting lineup now that we have a break in action. And goal for the New York Renegades, the home team for today's match. It is Giancarlo Perez. And a back four of Christian Garcia, Jason Solano, Leo Foya, and Francisco Flores. The midfield consists of Milton Campos, and just above him it'll be Angelo Puerto Quintanilla and Mateus Cariel. And a top three of Sebastian Ruiz, Restrepo, Junior Rosero coming off that brace in their last game, and Eric Turcio is playing the right wing position. For Osner, Cangaros Medina starts in net. In a back four, a Kervin Mondesir, Mamadou Diaw, Peggy Kabulu, and Paulo Primavera. Mimi Damel and Sully Cornillo play the two center midfield positions, and above them will be Franci Suchi. Top three for today will be Lutz Widmison, Bastien Etienne, and Duga Dumbeli. And it's going to surely be a back and forth contest today as we get the first foul on Angelo Puerto Quintanilla. We're coming to you from a new field for everybody involved in today's match. May take a little bit of adjustment early on as we have a little bit of sun in this direction. Medina off the bounce. Takes control of that ball. And a long kick looking for the forward up top. That is Etienne. Osner's coming off 2 straight wins and a draw against Empire a couple weeks ago. And I said they were in second place in the broadcast. They're actually in third after the results from earlier in the day. But nonetheless, off to a great start in the season. Mamadou Diaw has that back. And Diaw has to deal with this one as Garcia's putting pressure on him. This is Mimi Damel. And now a ball looking forward for Bastien, Etienne. And Perez, away from his net, is able to get to that ball first. Cool and calm under pressure. And back it goes to Perez, playing out wide to the wide open Christian Garcia. Here it comes to Ruiz, being defended by Paulo Primavera. Ruiz still, now over to Campos, getting away from the tackle from Demel. Now further out wide to Eric Turcios. Francisco Flores, excuse me. And now the ball goes up top. Etienne not able to control that possession. Solano plays it all the way back to the keeper and net. And we start once again. Dembele is able to get on the other end of that tackle, and the ball will remain with Osner. Renegades, the home team today, the only team 6 wins in 6 games. Primavera throws it into Demel, who's playing with the captain's armband for the visiting Osners today. Further back it goes to Kabulu. And a long ball looking for the winger, not on target. Will easily turn the possession over to the home team. Dembele putting pressure on, looking for the corner. Instead, it will remain possession for Renegades and a goal kick from J.C. Perez. And today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. 7 minutes into the match, still 0-0 between New York Renegades and Osners FC, playing for top of the table rights early on in the season. A tackle late, and the ball remains for Renegades. And they are coming off a commanding 4-1 win versus New York Empire in their last matchup, and a 3-0 clean sheet versus Red Hook, who had been a pest to Osners FC in this early season, and also to Braveheart, who Osners took down last weekend. Demel is able to recover for Osners, but given right back. Strong challenge there, clean, and the possession remains for Renegade. Leo Foya all the way back to Perez in net as Osner's high intensity pressure continues early on in this match. Primavera is able to get to that ball first, and Dembele now it lands to him, waiting for support, defended by Cariel. Looking to thread the needle, not successful in doing so. Solano comes out on top and now sees a run being made up top. That was Rosero he was targeting, and lands to Puerto instead. And now it's Rosero looking to put the ball up top to Eric Turcios. Eric Turcios still, Medina comes out and is only able to get it the second time around. Awkward possession from both players involved in that play, and looks like Turcios got the brunt of that tackle and is gonna need some time to get back up. Medina early on has had a little of an awkward time coming out to those balls in the air. This time it comes out with Turcios needing some added assistance from the physio. And Medina was a big contributor to that win versus Osner that I was here with you for last weekend from the Central Islip Sousa Sports Complex. That ended up with the 1-0 victory. Oh, excuse me, that was actually in Queens College. I was there with you. Rare game for me in Queens that I was here during the broadcast, and Medina was able to help keep a clean sheet along with the back line that this Osner team put on an impressive performance against the always threatening Braveheart squad. Turcios is going to have to wait for a little bit before being cleared to go back onto the field. And now we're 10 minutes into the first half.
You're on, pal. Go ahead.
Turcios is able to get back onto the pitch. Mimi looking at the run being made by Lutz down the left side and may find him. The speedster ran out of room. And it'll remain a throw-in for New York Renegades. Suche looking to get around his defender there. It bounces to Dembele. Dembele shoots, and Paris with a diving stop. And the first threat of the game is handled by the experienced goalkeeper to keep this game scoreless. I promised you plenty of goals last weekend between Osner and Braveheart, and it ended up being just a 1-0 goal by Miguel Soto that lifted the Osner squad to victory against the powerful Braveheart. Renegades is able to score just as much as anybody in this conference. We'll see how well Osner's defense is able to defend the UPSL national champions of last season. The Mel over to Suche. And now it's Dia. Suche is able to get around the incoming tackle from Rosero and lifts the ball looking for Lutz. Too heavy once again. For Garcia is able to avoid the incoming challenge from Dembele, and now a lifted ball looking for the forward up top. That's Puerto. Defense responds well to that threat. And now Scariel with room to work with. He goes further back to Leo Foya. Flores. Intercepted midfield. Suche looking to play the ball for Lutz. And they're not able to find the winger once again. Solano looking for the long ball up top. Nobody there to receive it but the goalkeeper in net, Medina. And now Kabulu. Over to Dia. A sub in last weekend I should say. With starting abilities putting on display today. Campos gets to the rebound and a tackle by Suche brings down the forward. No booking yet, but he will be on high alert if any more tackles like that continue throughout this match. Cariel and Ruiz set up behind the ball. My guess is Cariel will be the one to put this in a dangerous area of the box. And Cariel actually steps off. It'll be Ruiz with the responsibilities to put the ball in the box. Diaz two at first, and we got our first corner of the match by way of Renegades. Matthews this time will be in charge of this set piece from the corner spot position. Plenty of height to target in that box. And here comes the corner. Edge of the box it goes. Sully was two at first and lands to Ruiz. Ruiz with the shot from distance. Above the crossbar it goes. And Medina will have a goal kick to work with. Osner's latest victory came at AFC Academy by a score of 2-1. Academy not out to the hot start they were out to last season when they actually took down this Renegade squad twice. Renegades was able to recover well enough to win the UPSL National Championship for the first national tournament, or first national trophy, I should say, for the club. Mamadou Diaw. And Osner's not able to connect with those long balls up to this point. Solano looking for Puerto. Suche goes down, middle of the field, foul against. And this is Sully. Primavera asking for it, gets it. Garcia one-on-one. Primavera, let's go. And Dembele's not the pass Primavera was looking for. Duga able to recover. And now they switch it over to Lute. Lute holding possession, looking for Duga up top. And into the hands of Perez it goes. And now Renegades look to start it back up. Cariel sees the run being made by Campos, and Diaz well positioned. And that's going to be an expensive kick. I don't know if we'll be able to get that one back. But Diaz playing no-nonsense defense on that possession. Home team not gonna like that one. Here comes Leo Foya looking for Sebastian Ruiz on the left side. He finds him one moment. Primavera, Paulo Primavera defending him. Outside of the box it goes. Suche gets on the other end of that. And what can Osners come up with now? And it's another foul in favor of the away team. Here's Zamel. Etienne looking to play it on for Duga. Sully wins that 50-50 duel. And all the way back to Perez it goes once again. Solano lifting it up for Rosero, middle of the field, plays it down for Flores, intercepted by Osners, and now here's Mimi. The risky ball gets won over by Milton Campos. Campos sees a run by Rosero. Rosero is an outside position. Wouldn't have counted. And now Mimi looking to start the offense for Osners. So, run being made by Duga. Garcia's to it first. Now Primavera back to Diao. Here comes the pressure by Ruiz. Diao standing strong, maintaining ball possession. And not able to find Sully as they give the ball away. And Renegades smell blood. They take it quickly. Now here comes Cariel, left wing. Christian Garcia with the overlap. Garcia still, and an offside flag is raised for the second time. Mamadou over to Primavera. Well done this time around. And now Duga back pass to Primavera. Too heavy. Matheus Cariel. 21 minutes down in the first half, still scoreless between New York Renegades and Osners FC. Two of the better teams in the table looking to make a statement early on in the Northeast Conference. I was informed that Osners is in third place. Current league table shows them in second, so I'll look to try to get confirmation on that. But regardless, it's two strong teams with winning streaks. 6 for Renegades to start the season off, and 2 games won, 1 drawn in the last 3 for Osners SC, as the referee has to blow his whistle to bring a stop in play. Looks like that Suche that is down may have taken a slap to the face, but he's able to continue. And we'll have a drop ball here for Osners. Mamadou not able to find his target once again, but somehow it lands to Suche, who looks to play it on for Duga. And that's Etienne as well. It lands to Duga. Duga still. Over to Lutz. Cuts inside, takes a shot. There's a cross, and it's going to be another corner, this time for Osners, their first of the game. Both teams looking for the opener in this match. Lutz will be in charge of putting in the cross to the box unless Mimi comes look for support now, taking quickly, and now second time around, and it's not a great effort. Straight for the goal kick. Stick around to your Game and Frame broadcast on May 17th as we bring Philadelphia Lone Star versus Ironbound SCP in the South Conference of the UPSL Northeast. And Etienne loses his balance there. Osners FC also faces Santa Cruz in the North Atlantic Conference. And UCFSC Warriors faces New York Cosmos B team, 7:30 in the American South. Lastly, big game in the APSL Conference as Richmond County faces Greek Americans, 8 p.m. All those games tomorrow, May 17th. And Greek Americans can be crowned champions for the first time ever in the APSL Metro League title. Be sure to tune into your broadcast. Here comes Renegades, blocked by the defense. And Osner's trying to get out of their own half as Loop plays it back to Kabulu. Cariel avoids the incoming challenge. Gets a back pass from Ruiz. And that goes out of play. Osner will recover possession. Stalemate so far, similar to last weekend's game between Osner and Braveheart. Of course, Braveheart and Renegades, two premier title contenders season in and season out. Osner's looking to make a statement early on in the season to give the ball away here, though. Ruiz gets it on the edge of the 18-yard box. Is able to get the rebound, keeping it alive. Ruiz takes a shot, deflected once again. And Medina is right where he needs to be to retain possession. Tangaros lifting it up to Dambeli. Foya there first. And here comes Milton Campos powering forward. Now sees the run being made by Ruiz. Ruiz has the speed and length to get to that ball. Puts a cross in. Primavera gets first contact, and now Campos. Edge of the box, Campos still making room. And it's a shot that is off target, but it lands to Rosero, I think it is. Puts it across the box. And Medina gets it second time around. Campos needs an extra breather. And the referee will stop play. Rosero still down, will need some extra attention. Physical match so far in this game. And he grabs the back of his head. May have been on the landing of that shot. Rosero is able to come back to his feet and may be able to resume once he gets the clearance.
We're at 28th minute. 28th minute.
Okay, about 17 left?
Yeah. You took math. That's good.
And here comes a drop ball for the keeper. Medina to get us started once again. Rosero will, Milton Campos, I should say, will need some time to get back onto the field. Primavera getting the ball down the right side. Christian Garcia backtracking now, and now it goes over to Etienne. Primavera over to Duga. Duga goes down, no foul, says the referee. We play on now. Foya looking for the run. Excuse me, that was actually Garcia that was looking for the run. And here's Demel. Sully holding on possession, gets a foul in his favor, and a free kick for Osner. Solano back to his keeper. About 30 minutes gone in the first half, still no score. This is Rosero. Cariel seeing the run by Garcia. And now further out left to Ruiz. He has some space to make a cross. Cuts inside. One-on-one Primavera. The ball across the box it goes. Osner is able to respond to the call once again. Garcia across the box. Osner wins it again. And a handball is called on that possession. And now here comes the free kick for Osners.
Hey, guys, it's over here, guys. It's eight.
And further back it goes now for the retake of the free kick. Kabulu lifting it up for Lutz, not able to find the forward again. Renegades looking to restart possession. And it looks like the handball was called on the winger before the ball was out of play. No booking shown, and that is what the Renegades players are asking for, but the main official probably saw no harm in trying to keep the ball out of going further away from the field. And now Solano. Neither team has blinked quite yet. Campos holding on for the run by Garcia, but Primavera is right where he needs to be to intercept that possession, just like Ruiz is here. Ruiz three-toe, ball over to Puerto. Demel is recovering, and it lands to Turcios. Turcio 1-on-1. And they're not able to execute it, but Cariel keeps it alive. Shoulder tackle there by Dial, and a long clearance down the line. Perfectly executed by the defense. Turcios almost had the opening that Renegades have been looking for. Jason moving forward, looking for the run by Ruiz, 1-on-1 Primavera. Back to Garcia goes. No foul, says the referee, Angelo Puerto from distance. And now the foul is called for the hands to the face. The foul wasn't called, but the whistle was blown. Duga Dambelli is the player that took hands to the face on that challenge. And we're going to be able to resume.
19, you have to come off. You were right on top of him. You were right on top of him.
And now we wait for us to resume play once again. Couple of breaks in action throughout this first half. We'll see how much time is going to be added at the end of the 45 minutes.
Black ball, never out of bounds. It was right here on the boundary. It's black ball. Black ball.
Yeah.
Yes, he's good. It's going to be drop ball black.
Yeah.
Next time, just communicate.
He blew it, then the ball went. Yeah. Right there.
Okay, another drop ball, and the little bits of chaos that you expect from a 90-minute football match as we finally get the ball back in play. Run being made up top by Angelo Puerto Quintanilla. Holds off the defender. Garcia looking for some room to put a good ball in, and instead chooses Ruiz. Sebastian tight angle, and Sucha comes in for help defense. Campos. Run by Flores is found. Ball across the box, and no one's there to put it into the back of the net. A couple of balls now, just like that no one's there to finish. And we have 10 more minutes of regular time to go in this first 45. Solano making the run forward. Continues his run as he finds Cariel. Gonna be a target on the edge of the box as Sebastian Ruiz gets around Primavera. Ruiz puts a cross in the box. And that is precisely who he was looking for. As Solano's able to keep it in play. And Francisco Flores goes down inside the box it is. And that means penalty for Renegades as they have the first real threat in the match to put the score up by a score of 1-0. And you could hear that contact all the way from half field as Flores is still down. We'll need an extra moment as he's finally back to his feet. And we'll see who is the man in charge of going one-on-one with Kangaros Medina. Sebastian Ruiz spots the ball. Coming off a goal versus Empire. We'll see if he can make it 2-2. Or will Medina keep another clean sheet so far in this first half? There's a whistle. Sebastian steps up. Sebastian shoots. And Sebastian, goal! New York Renegades go up top from the penalty spot. It is Ruiz with his second goal in the last two matches. And Renegades breaks the deadlock in the first half. '38th minute, and Renegades have found their first goal. And now Osners will have to respond for what is left of 7 minutes of regular time in this first half. And I suspect there's going to be a few more minutes added as now they find themselves in a deficit. And there's a run by Etienne up top. Etienne looking for Duga, intercepted by Foya. And that is Zacariel. Suche. Oh, and what a play by Suche to get around Puerto. And now he looks to lift it up, but Garcia is right there to intercept. And it lands to Suche once again. Suche from distance! Off the crossbar, on top of the crossbar, I should say. As JC will have another goal kick. We have about 5 minutes to go of the first half. And Renegades have 5 minutes to defend their lead. before the halftime break. Leo looking for Osner, and that was a missed kick by the defense that lands for Campos. Waiting for support, he's not able to find Ruiz. This is Mimi. Mamadou looking for Duga, and it goes above him. Etienne, it lands for the forward. Looking to create some room for himself. Instead, Solano guards, and Solano wins his team on a goal kick. And Solano goes down. And we have another break in action. The referee was waiting, and he gives the clearance for the physio to come back onto the field. He's been quite active in this first half. Next up on the schedule for Renegades, it'll be New York Braveheart. Big time clash in the table. And they face Braveheart again on May 31st. So back-to-back games against their arch rivals on the conference. For Osners, they have the same feat against New York City Haiti United FC. And it looks like a sub is going to be made for Solano, as the signal is being made to the bench that the player will not be able to go on. And I'm no doctor, but it looks like it might have been a cramp or a pulled muscle. But whatever the case may be, the defender won't be able to continue in this match. For the meantime, it is 10v11 as Renegades will restart from this goal kick position. And here's Perez. Won by Sully. Looks like the player will actually be able to resume. I was going off the signal by Cariel to the bench as he was signaling for the sub. And Lute will finally, I thought, be able to keep it in play, but the flag is raised. And Renegades will get the ball right back. JC Perez taking his time with the goal kick. And we have a minute and a half of regular time to go. And that goal kick finds the sideline as Osners will put it back in play with Sully. Ken Osners finds the equalizer before the break. Primavera able to keep it in play. Mimi now. Suche with some room to work with. Lifting it up for the forward. Etienne not able to keep it at his feet in what would have been a dangerous area of the box. And this is Sully once again. Suche. There's Etienne. Sliding challenge. Perfectly timed by the defender. And Renegades looking to play outside of their half. But Osner's able to recover once again. 30 seconds left of the 45. And this is Paulo Primavera lifting it up, looking for the forward, and an outside flag is raised regardless. Referee will allow play to resume with the goalkeeper. And we'll soon find out how much time is added at the end of this first half. The flag remains down as Rosero brings it down. Sebastian Ruiz looking to take on Primavera. That ball looked to have gone out of play, and so says the referee as well. And the sub will take place. It will be Kelmar Campos coming on for the injured Jason Solano. And 3 minutes is the signal from the fourth official. We'll play until at least the 48th minute. Solano being a good teammate, allowing his substitute to get some time to warm up. That was the plan all along. And 1 minute is down of the added time. And Leo lifts it up for Milton Campos. Campos looking to play on Angelo Puerto Quintanilla. And that is booted away by Kabulu. We'll need another ball. And a cross played inside. Primavera deals with it easily. Booted to midfield. Drop down for Matheus Cariel. Lifting it up now for Sebastian Ruiz, making the run inside the box. Sebastian Ruiz shoots. Saved by the goalkeeper, still alive. And played further out. And lands to Campos from distance and off target. Ruiz making the clever run around the defender, almost paid off there to double the lead shortly before the halftime whistle. And now it's Cariel putting the pressure on the defense. And Cariel comes out on top, lifts it up, and lands for Turcios. And Quintanilla trying to bring it down for himself. Now it's Cariel. Over to Rosero. And he saw the run by Francisco, but it's intercepted by the defense. And Lou trying to play out from the back will get a throw in instead. 20 seconds left of the original 3 minutes of added time. And it looks like this will remain the score as we head to the break. Osner's looking to make that different with this ball played to Dambelli, perfectly placed by Primavera. And well positioned is Christian Garcia. And it looks like this is going to be a long throw in into the box by Primavera. Suche not able to put a second touch on that one. And now a counter is on for Renegades as the ball is placed for Ruiz and not with the enough oomph that was required. We continue to play on. Mondesir. Duga Dambelli is not able to get to that possession. And that's the halftime whistle. We head into the break. New York Renegades, the home team, leading by 1-0, courtesy of Sebastian Ruiz penalty spot goal in the 38th minute. And we have another 45 minutes to go. We'll bring that to you next on Game and Frame.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobacs, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
And we are now moments away from the kickoff of the second half between New York Renegades and Osner FC. Renegades ending the first half with a goal from the penalty spot by Sebastian Ruiz in the 38th minute to give them the lead. And now Osners will have to find a response to see if they can get back into this one. And there's a whistle to get us started once again. We have some second half subs to make you aware of whenever we have a chance. Renegades in black. The visiting Osners FC playing in white. There is one of the subs for Osners FC. That's Keeflin Caesar, number 11. And here you may be able to see, coming into the view of the camera, Nicolas Diaz Cifuentes, sporting the number 2.
Let him decide if the ball is in and out.
I was just telling you he was calling.
It's very tight over here, so let him make the ball, all right?
Here comes the ball for Leo Foya. Not able to keep it in play that time, targeting Sebastian Ruiz down the left side.
Lock in, Angelo. Put him there. What the fuck?
I believe Lute Widmison is one of the players that was subbed off in place of Nicolas Diaz. And so was Bastien Etienne, who comes off. 2 offensive subs for Osners, looking for a response here in the second half. And Lance for Puerto, long distance shot, always going off target that time. Now Kangaros Medina to take this goal kick. Francisco Flores was the player who was fouled for the penalty spot conversion from Sebastian Ruiz. And here comes a throw in for Cariel. Christian Garcia was looking to get around some challenges, and instead a foul is won. And the ref not happy with the talking he's getting to from the players. He's trying to put a stop to it. Number 23, Dylan Woods, comes on for New York Renegades. And here comes Diaz's free kick. And lands for Duga. And it lands for Suche now. Caesar. Keeflin Caesar puts it across the box. And a clearance from Renegades. That's deep, and Kabulu is able to get to that one before it goes above his head. Mimi calm and composed. Well done by Mimi to switch the field over to Keeflin Caesar. Caesar looking for some room. Cross. Straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. And I believe Dylan Woods is the player that came on for Eric Turcios. And here's Suche. From distance, gets deflected off, and it looks like the foul is called on that challenge. It looks like he was allowing for play to resume. And the physio, very active in today's game, will come on. I believe that's the 5th time now. Very physical performance from both sides. I was able to confirm at halftime, Osner is indeed in second place, competing with Red Hook FC, who is actually in their match versus 8th place AFC Academy right now. So that game literally just started this moment, 8:46 here on the East Coast. And I'm sure both sides will have an eye on each other's results from this evening. Coming to you live from a windy Sousa Sports Complex. We had a very sunny day today. We'll expect more of the same tomorrow, as it's starting to feel more and more like summer. Mamadou Diaw steps behind the ball, and we'll see. He actually makes way now for Keeflin Caesar. Here comes the free kick, lifted to the box. Suche battling for that one. It lands for an awkward clearance here from Renegades. Kervin Mondesir. Caesar. One-on-one he goes with Christian Garcia, and now Cariel is showing support. Caesar, quick feet, is able to avoid the challenge, maintains the possession, and that rebound lands to Sully. Now Demel, switching it over to Nicolas Diaz. Kervin, able to find Caesar. And now across by Primavera. Junior, 2v1, not able to keep that ball down. And Medina will keep it in play. Mamadou looking for the long ball for Suche, who's able to drop it down. And now he leaves it for Nicolas Diaz in a sliding challenge by Kilmar Campos. Puts a stop to that possession. It remains Renegades ball. And now Kabulu. Here's Kervin, playing it off for Diaz. And Kabulu under pressure here by Cariel. Cariel comes out on top. Cariel has a shot, and Cariel shoots. And he's not able to put decent enough contact to trouble Medina. And now Osners will look to play some offense. And now it's Duga. Caesar down the right side. One-on-one with Garcia, playing on Suche. Suche in the box. And is able to get deflected away for the corner. Osners has come alive this second half. Keeflin Caesar making an instant impact off the bench. Here comes the corner from Keeflin Caesar. There's a header and there's a shot, and they tie it up from the corner. It is Francis Suche. And Osner's hard work pays off. A collision occurred in the box. Perez is still down, and someone wearing the white is down as well. But Suche able to find the rebound and find the back of the net to level things up at one apiece. Both players are able to continue. It looks like Demel was the player that was down for Osners. And we have a new ball game once again. Keeflin Caesar has made an instant impact in less than 10 minutes since coming onto the field. And now Renegades will have to find the response of their own. Kilmar Campos. Francisco lifting it up for the forward up top. That's Rosero. The forward's coming off a brace versus Empire. And it almost lands for Duga. Chippy challenge between the forward and defender there. Cariel switching the field perfectly over to Milton Campos, making his way up the pitch, looking for options, testing it, and it's blocked right away by Kalulu. Kabulu playing good defense there, and Medina brings it under control. Ten minutes down. 1-1, Renegades versus Osners. And that's not a good ball by Diog. Gets intercepted and played into the box over to Puerto. Medina comes out. And no signal yet. And finally the ref points to the corner flag. Quite a physical match for the 56 minutes that this game has been going on. And we still wait for the corner taker to take his spot. And now Renegades has a chance to respond with the corner of their own. The player is still down for Renegades.
Hey, dale Angelo.
Finally to his feet is Quintanilla. And here comes the corner, taken low. Cariel looking to put it back into the danger zone. Rosero bodies off his defender. No call by the referee. The shot is deflected for what is now going to be a corner from the other side of the flag. Osner's not happy with the no call. Referee says shoulder-to-shoulder tackle was clean there by Rosero, and they get a corner off the possession. And here it is, taken quickly this time around. Cariel sees the overlap by Garcia. Garcia trying to put it into the box, and we'll get another corner. Garcia will be the man in charge of taking the corner this time around. Into the box, and past everybody else it goes over to the other side of the field. Very energetic and physical start to the second half. Osner's intensity is picking up as the game continues and as they level the playing field. Flores comes out the other end of that one. Looking to play it off for Rosero. Rosero might be on if he can keep it under control. Instead, the linesman raises the flag, and it's an offside. And the sub will take place. It is Oscar Rivas that's going to take the place of Angelo Puerto Quintanilla for the remainder of what is about 30 minutes left to go in this second half. Demel over to Kabulu. And now further out wide to Mamadou Diaw. Not able to find Mimi there. And this is Oscar Rivas, a player subbed on. Over to Dylan Woods it goes. Looking for Rosero, who was open on the right side instead. Here comes Nicolas Diaz for Osners, looking for Duga Dembele upside. Says the referee. Almost timed to the perfection that time around. Ruiz loses it, middle of the field. Tamel recovers for Osners, and now over to Paulo Primavera looking for the run being made by Duga. And there's a whistle on the handball. Another set piece opportunity here for Osners. Taken quickly this time around to Keeflin Caesar. Looking to speed past his defender instead. Renegades comes out on top. Osners continues to put pressure any chance they get. And today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. Paulo with the throw in, looking for Duga Dembele. Now Demel, captain's armband, looking for Diaz. Diaz takes it one time. Had to rush that shot because the incoming Dylan Woods was coming to put pressure. And now Woods is the player with the ball in possession now. And these sides continue to battle back and forth. And now the play could be off for Garcia, looking for Rosero. Kabula well positioned there. Caesar. Diaw. Kabulu's the one who boots it out of play. Renegades have a throw in now. Here comes Ruiz, gets around another defender, looking for room. Garcia now with the cross inside the box. Defense to it first. And now Mimi over to the goal scorer, Suche. Mimi not on the same page with his teammate in that possession. Renegades not able to connect, and a goal kick will be headed to Cangaros Medina. With this result, Osners will remain in second place with the game in hand over Red Hook FC, who is currently battling with AFC Academy. Paulo Primavera looking for Caesar. Kilmar Campos making his way up the field over to Oscar Ribas, loses possession over to Mimi. And now Duga Demel making the run past Kilmar Campos inside the box. Long distance effort. Ambitious, and puts it above the crossbar. And here comes Garcia, not able to keep it in play.
Put him under. Let's go, Dylan. Right away.
Chested down over to Rosero. And Mimi comes out on top. And there's a run now. JC away from his box. Diaz not able to keep it under control, but it lands to Demel anyway. Playing it out wide to Keeflin Caesar. Caesar taking on a defender. Caesar still across the box it goes. Diaz keeping it alive. Second time around into the hands of Perez. Milton. Ribas. There's Mimi covering the midfield every chance he gets. And Woods goes down. Gets the whistle he's been looking for. This is Cariel. This is Ribas now with some room to work with, looking for the through ball. Read well by Caesar. Kerbin won the steer over to Nicolas Diaz, who's not able to keep it between the lines. Cariel avoids the incoming tackle, finds Milton Campos. And now the run being made by Francisco Flores down the right flank, cross safely into the hands of Medina. The long kick, looking for Duga up top. Kilmar comes out on top. Now Cariel lifting it for Rosero, and Kabulu was right there. 67th minute of the second half. 1-1. Goals by Sebastian Ruiz and Suche. And the ball lands for Ribas. Ribas could make it 2-1. And just enough was Medina able to put on those gloves to keep it outside of the goal. Suche looking at Duga. Caesar out wide. Duga still. Now he goes to Caesar. And back to Dembele it goes, who loses the battle that time. Here's Dylan Woods wide open down the right side. And Rosero's open as well. There he is. Gets a back pass to Dylan Woods. Not a lot of numbers on this side of the field for Renegades. Here's Rosero switching the field over to his left winger, Sebastian Ruiz. And there's this long distance effort. Into the air it goes, and Kiefer punches it out. And Kieflin's able to regain possession. Osner's trying to play out from their own half. Lifting the ball up to the reliable forward, Duga Dembele. And there's a run being made by Nicolas Diaz. Dembele looking to find him. Good enough touch there. Here's Suche, the goal scorer, not able to keep it this time. And now the other way goes Renegades with Matheus Cariel, who slows it down. Looking to engineer some offense, getting players in their positions. This is Ribas. Over to Rosero. Campos holding it on, looking for Woods. not able to connect. And we had 20 minutes of the 90 left. It is going to be an eventful 20, and Kervin Mondesir is down. Got a bit of break in action now, and it may be the end of Kervin's night, as it looks like a sub is being prepared on the sidelines. Boy, this is the back and forth action you would expect between first and second place in the table. New York Renegades 1, Osner SC 1. If we can pull up the table, we'll be able to see the difference in standings. We have a break in action, a water break for both sides. High intensity match here from Central Islip in the Sousa Sports Complex. We're on field 5 for today's matchup. And there's the table thanks to our reliable man behind the camera. Lucas gets a shout out. He likes that. Doesn't get talked about enough on the broadcast as he dabs on the sideline. We're a couple years too late for that. But as you can see, Osner is currently in second place with the game in hand over Red Hook SC, who is currently facing ASC Academy. That game kicked off about 25 minutes ago, and will be very key, a result in today's matchup between both sides. Renegades has their undefeated streak on the line, and Osners has won their last 2 and undefeated in their last 3. Joel Favar will be the player that takes the place of Kervin Mondesir, as he will not be able to continue. And we have about 20 minutes to go in this one. Still anybody's match. And we await the signal from the referee to get us back going. And it looks like Nicolas Diaz will drop back on defense now with Mondesir's substitution. Favar will take a midfield position. This ball goes over to Kiefer Caesar, looking to creep his way behind the back line. And Lancer Duga. Duga goes inside the box now, and there's nobody there to put it. A shot on target. Rivas recovers for Renegades. And now it's Rosero. Garcia looking to switch it over. Suche putting pressure on Flores, who has to go back to Kilmar Campos. There's the other Campos, Milton, looking at the run by Rosero. Rosero telling him to find him quicker. I suspect he was in an offside position anyway. And now Diop. Garcia over to Rosero. And this is Dumbelli. Not able to find Kieflin this time around. Sub is being prepared on the Renegade sideline. And Rosero. Garcia powering forward. And this is Rosero. On the edge of the box it goes, but no player in black to put a shot on target. Suche sprinting down the other way. And Duga Dumbelli with plenty of speed behind those legs still. And a perfectly timed challenge by Kilmar puts an end to that possession. Milton Campos over to Dylan Woods. Woods looking for an opening.
Entrate onside, Oh man, what the fuck, man?
And Duga Dembele able to recover it now for Osner. Suche making the run down the left side. They find him. Flag stays down. Kieflin on the other end of that. And there's only 2 on offense here. As Duga's been running up and down the field all game. Maybe some tired legs, and now Oscar Rivas comes out on the other end of that one. Campos with plenty of time as he makes his way up the pitch. Now it's Oscar. Oscar still gets around 2 tackles. Too many in his way. And now it gets sent off for Suche. Milton Campos, I should say, is able to keep it in play. Woods. Over to Cariel. 14 minutes to go of the 90 plus whatever is added. And here comes the attack from Renegades. Deflected inside the box, and there's a shot! And cleared at the line by Diaz. No goal, says the linesman. We play on. Matheus Cariel looking to find Francisco Flores, intercepted instead. And now Renegades recompose their offense. Down the left flank it goes. And Dia shields the ball and earns his team a goal kick.
21, Milton Campos. 21, Milton Campos.
And now Ronald Ronces will make his way onto the pitch for Milton Campos. Renegades looking to keep their flawless start to the season alive with some more offensive power.
Watch your right shoulder, Dylan. Right shoulder, right shoulder.
Sully.
Put him on there. Closer.
Francis Suche loses it to Rivas, and now Renau. First touches of the game, over to Rosero it goes. Cariel looking at the run by Garcia, and it is not where it needs to go. Another goal kick for Osner. And we'll have another eventful end to this one. Some big time games headed for Renegades on this schedule. 2 straight versus Braveheart in the league, who Osner defeated. And here comes Garcia. Read well by Rivas to recover. This is Woods putting a cross in the box. And there's a header. And it's not on target. And it looks like it was deflected away for a corner kick.
Rapido! Hey, Tolo, rapido!
Neither side giving in. In this one, it'll be Oscar Rivas from the corner flag position, putting this ball in a dangerous area. As Osners prepare another sub. In comes the quick corner, Cariel going inside the box. Into the box it goes. Deflected out for Ruiz. He shoots. And is blocked right away by the defense.
32.
Daryl Charlotte will make his way onto the pitch. And it looks like the goal scorer for Osners, Francis Suche, will make way. And Charlotte will play the remainder of this 10 minutes of the 90, plus whatever is added at the end of the whistle.
Let's go, play to win, my man. Let's go. Why you taking so long for? Come on, man. You got a tie? Come on, man. It's a tie. Let's go.
And now we're finally able to resume from the throw-in. Renaud. A powerful entrance there by the defense. Here it goes once again. And cleared away. Over to the incoming Charlotte. And Diaz will try to keep it in play as he does. Down the line it goes, looking for Charlotte. And Woods is able to win it back for the home team.
Dila, dila.
Él está aquí, él está aquí.
Rebounds over to Leo Fola. And now Kilmar making his way up the pitch. Paolo is able to win that for Osner, and now Cleveland Caesar. Not able to connect with Duga up top.
Quick play, JC. Junior.
Kabulu able to win it for Osners. Lifted right away, looking for Daryl Charlotte. Kilmar over to Cariel. Cariel, what a turnover by the midfielder to get past the second defender now. Cariel making his way forward. And Matthews over to Renaud. And Renaud not able to connect with Ruiz. Now Cleveland down the other way. Looking at the run by Duga Dembele, one-on-one with Kilmar Campos. Duga still, Duga shoots, and that's a save. And second time around, JC's able to keep it into his gloves. Now Cariel will go down the other way once again.
Quickly, quickly. Come on, guys, come on, come on.
Rivas. Rivas again now. Flores powers through the challenge. Flores still looking for Renaud. Renaud into the box. Renaud shoots. And Renaud scores! There's the goal they were looking for. Renaud puts his side up by a score of 2-1.
We know what we're doing, baby.
Renaud Rances makes his return to Renegades in the fashion you expect him to. And the yellow card is shown for taking off his shirt. Funny enough, the first booking of the match. But he won't care as he puts his side back on top by a score of 2-1. The subs have paid off for Renegades. Rivas commanding the midfield and finds Renaud with just enough space that he needed to put his team back up front and potentially save their flawless record. But there's still 6.5 minutes to go of the 90 to play. Can Osner find another answer? Or will it be their first loss in the last 4 games? Here comes Cleveland. And Garcia is able to get it back for Renegades, but only temporarily. Demel goes back, no whistle from the referee. We play on. And all the way back it goes to JC Perez. There's a long ball by Flores, and the flag is raised by the linesman.
Sub. Miller. Number 10 of black. 10 of black.
And the sub is allowed to take place as Matthew Scariel, at the end of a great shift for his squad, comes out and makes way for Nicolas Reynoso. When this sub takes place, we'll have 5 minutes to go of the 90, and we'll see how much is added at the end of this thrilling matchup between current first and current second place. Mimi gets a back pass looking for Charlotte and booted as far as possible by Renegades. Primavera looking for Duga Dambeli, playing it up for Charlotte. Charlotte. Garcia boots it away, but Favara keeps it in play for Osners. And a foul is called on that challenge. Duga Dambeli. Keeflin setting up for this free kick. It's now or never for Osners if they want to get back in this match. Keeflin Caesar sets up behind the ball. He has Dambeli right next to him if he chooses to go short. But it goes inside the box. Looking for a header, and Perez leaps and grabs that ball to get some more time off the clock, but he goes quickly over to Flores. And Flores back to Woods. Perez over to Woods. And now Flores further out the field over to Reynoso. Reynoso looking to play on Rosero. Kabulu right there where he needs to be. Paulo not able to connect. This is Kilmar Campos. And it goes for Junior Rosero. Keeping possession alive over to Oscar Rivas. It goes. Keeflin putting pressure on the defense, but they're able to make their way around it. Garcia pushing forward now. Renegades looking for a third and finishing touch to this victory. Now Keeflin not able to keep it in play. Sebastian Ruiz now at the edge of the box. And it goes for Red now. And a foul is called. And another sub will be allowed as Johans Alexander will make way. Junior Rosero will be the player to come off in his place. I'll take this time to tell you about the games headed on Game and Frame. Philadelphia Lone Star faces Ironbound in the UPSL Premier South at 4:30 tomorrow. Osner faces Santa Cruz at 5 p.m. in the North Atlantic Conference. And the UCFSC Warriors faces New York Cosmos B in the UPSL American South Conference. And lastly, another big game just like this one is. I'll tell you that in just a moment as Nicolas Diaz makes his way up the pitch, putting it across the box. Caesar looking to keep it in play. And looks like he won his team a corner. And will need another ball to be taking place. Richmond County will face Greek Americans at 8 p.m. tomorrow in the UPSL. And if Greek Americans come out on top with all 3 points, they can win their first ever UPSL Metro League title. High stakes, and it can only be found on your Game and Frame broadcast. We have high stakes on this corner kick as well. Keeflin Caesar prepares to take. They scored from their corner in the first half. Actually, the second half, early stages of the second half. And now Caesar puts it in the box. An overhead kick lands for Dial. And now Renegades with the counter. Diaz looking to keep it in play. Instead, it goes off of the defender. And all 90 are through. We are into extra time. And we have a minimum of 3 minutes to go. So we'll play to at least the 93rd minute of this game. Sully's able to muscle his way.
3 minutes, gang. 3 minutes. Stoppage time.
And Ruiz now drops it down for Renegades.
3 minutes to stoppage time.
Sebastian across the box. Sebastian still. Sebastian now continues to go. Sebastian. And a corner is won from that possession. Another sub headed for Renegades before this corner is taken if the referee allows. And the sub is allowed to take place. And the sub, the player on the field, Sebastian Ruiz, will exit on the other side of the pitch. And the sub is allowed to come on. Mario Barrio Nuevo with the number 25 for what is left of the extra added time. Here comes the corner. There's a header and lands to Rances. 2 white jerseys on him. He'll take it to the other side of the pitch and earn his team another corner. 30 seconds left of the original 3 minutes that were added.
2 minutes left, please.
And we'll get another corner kick taker. It'll be Oscar Rivas to the corner flag. And the ref, only a talking to this time to Oscar Rivas for suspected time wasting, but no yellow is shown. And Rivas will take the corner. Into the box it goes. And still no one's able to put it across. And now Keeflin powers the counter for Osners. And not able to find the ball that was needed. Barrio Nuevo getting past one defender. Still Renegades push forward. Over to Alexander. And now they go back. Almost an extra minute down now. We're playing into that 94th. Here is Flores. Flores looking to switch the field over. And it lands to Garcia. Garcia goes around one town and he shoots. And into the hands of Medina. But there's a final whistle to put a culmination to what has been a thrilling matchup between first and second. Renegades keep their flawless start to the season alive and they come out victorious by a score of 2-1. Thank you for tuning into the broadcast. Stick around for a post-match interview headed your way next in a couple of minutes.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Osner Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Francis Argueta here for Game & Frame with the winner of today's match. New York Renegades comes out on top by a score of 2-1 versus Osner SC in a highly contested battle. We start here with Renal Rances, who scored the winning goal in today's match after coming on as a second half sub. Renal, what did you see in that goal and what did it mean for you to give your team the victory and all 3 points today?
I was waiting for the moment. I've been out for a couple months, so I was waiting for this moment. The coach gave me the opportunity, and when I was there, I was thinking to score or help the team with a goal or with an assist.
And that's exactly what you did. We move over to Coach Boris Linares here. Tight game from start to finish. This team did not want to quit. What powered your team to a 7th straight win to start the season?
You know what? I got to give thanks to this man. He's a very modest man. He was out for 11 months. We lost him. You guys know that he was the scoring champ for 2 years running for us. You know, he's a big part of this team. And, you know, we've been bringing him back on a slower pace because we need to get him right for the playoffs. But as you can see, a goal scorer, once a goal scorer, always a goal scorer. he knows where to be and where to. You can't teach that really. So it's something that I'm glad that we got him back. And it's a tight game. Shout out to Osners. They really did a lot. During this game, they kept the pace and kept up with us. So I got to give them a big shout out for doing that. They actually were right there with us in pace. You got to give it to them. Physical match.
And you have two very big games in this season versus the same opponent, a familiar opponent for you guys. What is your message to your team with Osner's victory, but Braveheart next on the schedule for 2 straight matches?
I mean, Braveheart has always been the rivalry. We wake up for those games, and we love those games. Those are the games that, have been the rivalry that has been and is always given. And, we get to do it in prime time on Wednesday. So you're looking forward to that game. Those games are always battles. So, much respect to them because I know that they always bring it, But, I feel like we also bring it too. So, I expect a very tight game, physical game, but, hopefully we get the 3 points.
For now, do you expect to try to make a push for the starting lineup anytime soon?
Que si está empujando para entrar a la alineación de titular.
No, I'm just, I think, waiting for when my coach and the team need me. I'm going to be there, waiting for the moment. But I'm patient and I'm not in rush. We have a good team. Whoever is in the 11 star, we have a great player. So I think whenever they need me, I'm going to be there for them.
Really is modest, right? All 3 points go to the home team today, New York Renegades. 7 games, 7 wins. We also have Sebastian Ruiz here who put the team up from the penalty spot. The first goal of the match. Sebas, what did you see in that first half that made it difficult for you guys to score, but you guys were able to open up from the penalty spot?
Él dice que es lo que estabas viendo ahí, que se hizo difícil meter ese gol, que no se encontraba el gol ahí, como abrirse y meterlo.
Bueno, creo que ellos son un excelente equipo, muy físico, ellos son muy físicos y hoy creo que ellos se dedicaron mucho a defender y bueno, sabíamos que iba a ser un equipo muy complicado, pero pues gracias a Dios volvió Torito y nos dio el triunfo aquí hoy.
Yeah, so he said that it was a very difficult game because they're a very excellent physical team and they're able to keep pace. And, it was difficult for us to even get opportunities to get the shots in.
Okay, and same message goes to you. Bravehearts next on the schedule. Do you feel an extra motivation going into this game, or is this just another game on the schedule for you guys?
Si tú sientes una motivación extra para ese juego contra Braveheart que viene.
No, creo que a todos nos gusta jugar un gran partido y siempre contra Braveheart es un excelente partido, es como el clásico de la UPSL de nosotros aquí y nada, siempre con la mejor actitud y claro, siempre va a estar motivado a jugar contra ese equipo.
Okay guys, thank you very much. All 3 points to the home team once again here on Game and Frame. Coach Boris Linares' team will look to make 8 in a row with a very familiar foe in New York Braveheart. For Game and Frame, my name is Francis Argueta. We'll see you here again next time.